Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about our chapter number 4, presentation of data. As you already know that the statistics refers to a process of collection, organization, presentation, analysis and interpretation of data. In our previous chapter we have studied about the collection of data we have studied in chapter number 2, organization of data we have studied in chapter number 3. And then now we will discuss about the chapter number 4, the presentation of data. In this chapter simply we will discuss about the different ways with the help of which we can represent the data. There are the mainly 3 ways with the help of which we can say we can represent the data. The first one is the tabular presentation of data. Second one is the diagrammatically presentation of data. And third one is the textual presentation of data. Simply today we will discuss about the first one, presentation of data. That is the tabular presentation of data. Now the question arises, what do you mean by the tabular presentation of data? Simply, before getting the process of it, we must be known about the meaning of the table. A table is a set of rows and columns. What do you mean by a table? A table is a set of rows and columns. And in a tabular presentation, we represent the data in the form of the rows and columns. In a tabular presentation, we represent the data in the form of rows and columns. Rows are representing horizontally and columns are representing vertically. As like this example, you can see the gender, location and total. These are the rows and these are the columns in which we are representing the data. This process refers to the presentation of data in the form of a table. What are the different advantage of it? If a person is representing the data with the help of a table, with the help of which we can say it is very simple way to present the data. With the help of it, we can analyze the data very easily, as well as we can say the simple and brief presentation, easy analysis. It also facilitates the comparison between the different variables. It is a simple method as well as the less expensive method. It also highlights the features of the data. The main thing is there that if you are representing the data in the form of a table, it just organizes the data for the further analysis, and with the help of which the investigator can make the decision very easily. As well as for large quantity of data, tabulation also helps in accommodating any volume. It means the size up to the large extent of the data it can represent with the help of table very easily. Now the question arises, how many the kinds of classification of data can be done using the tabular presentation? There are simply the 4 ways of classification: qualitative classification, quantitative classification, temporal classification and spatial classification. Okay, we will discuss about the first one, that is the qualitative. As per the name indication, when you are just doing or you are just classifying the data on the basis of the quality of that data. Quality like the social status, the physical status, the nationality of the people, it is known as the qualitative classification. After that, quantitative data, when you are just dividing the data on the basis of the quantity of that particular nature of that data, that will be termed as the quantitative presentation. Or we can say that when the characteristics can be measured in terms of the quantity like the age, height, production, that will be known as the quantitative classification. Like this, the quantity, the frequency is there, which we have also studied in our chapter number 3, classification of data. Next one is the temporal classification. What is the difference between the quantitative and the qualitative data? In quantitative, it can be expressed numerically. In qualitative, it can be expressed or can be given only a rank. In quantitative, you can do the further calculations, but in qualitative, you cannot do the further calculations. Like income and expenditure, like the features of the people, intelligence, or the beauty, etc. Next one is the temporal classification. In the case of the temporal classification or the tabular representation, we just divide the data into the different categories on the basis of the time period, like this: 2013, 14, 15, 16. The main thing, the data is mainly represented in the form of the time. After that, spatial classification. The spatial classification is mainly done on the basis of the geographical areas, the space occupied. It can be any state, any city, any country, or the we can say the different variety of the geographical area can be used here, and then the data is represented. These were the simple basis of the tabulation of data. After that, we will discuss about the main topic related to the tabular presentation, that what are the different parts of a table. If you want to construct a table, you just have to understand simply the parts of a table in a deep manner. Okay, so that you can prepare a table very easily or in an efficient manner. The simply in order to represent a table, you just have to present the data in the form of rows and columns, especially along with some explanatory notes. So there can be the many ways to represent the data using the tabulation, like one way, two way, or the three way classification. It is mainly depend upon the features which are involved in the that particular data to be represented. So simply here we will discuss about the contents of a table or the parts of a table. What are that? There will be mainly 8 parts. The first one, table number. Table number means every table must be assigned a particular number. Why? What is the reason behind of it? In order to identify the table, there must be an assigning a number to a particular table, and generally it is given at the top or at the beginning of the title of the table, like this. You can see very well here the table number 4.5. After that, second one is the title. The title means defining the proper, in a very summarized form, you are giving a name to a table. Title refers to the content of a table. It must be, you must pay attention that it should be very brief, it should be very clear, so that the people can understand it, that which kind of data is mainly representing by the table. So title like this: population of India according to worker and non-worker by gender and location. So title must be like that. It is just defining in a very short manner that what you are representing in the table. After that, like this, you can see the example of this table. Now, the third one term is there. We have studied about the two terms already, the table number and the title. Now we will discuss about the third one, the caption or the column heading. There are no doubt a table is a set of rows and columns, and there must be proper heading or the definitions of rows and columns. So caption, the heading of the columns will be known as caption, column heading, like this. These are giving the heading to the vertical lines. Okay, these will be known as caption. On the opposite side, the fourth one is there, that is the stubs or the row heading. Row heading will be known as stubs, like which are giving the heading to these items. Okay. After that, the body of the table. Body of the table is the main part of the table. Okay, the data which is mainly representing in the table, that will be known as the body of the table. Known as the body of the, this is the body of the table we can call. Okay. After that, unit of measurement. Unit of measurement means that you are just, there is a lot of big amount of the data can be uh, given in the information which you want to represent. So it will not be possible to represent the data in the same large number. You just have to define the measurement unit also. What is that? This is crores. Like this data is mainly representing in the terms of crores. So the measurement of unit must be done very carefully, and it must be done in such a way that data can be representing in a short manner. After that, sources. Sources means the sources of data. From where did you collect that data? The main term, you should also define the sources. Like we can say there is a sources that from where did you get the data. Sources is Census of India 2001. These are the sources of data. Okay. Last one is the, wait. Last one term of the table content is note, and note is the last part of the table. Simply you just have to explain if there is any kind of the word or the any kind of feature of the data you just want to explain, which is not self-explanatory in the table. So you just have to tell that term in the note. Like here in this table we can see that the figures are rounded to nearest crore. This is the note. That simply only by observing this table you cannot understand that the figures are in an exact form or in the nearly crores. So simply you can define it in the form of notes. So these were the contents of a table, simply that there must be a proper table number, there must be the title of the table, there must be the proper caption or the headings of the column, there must be a proper stubs or the row heading, the body of the table, unit of measurement, and sources of the data, as well as the last one is the note of the table.